constant loop of thought, putting myself in the shoes of others, watching me from an outside perspective, and I become people with this completely different life of mine, and I just think to myself, what am I even doing? There is no way that anything I say can be adapted to everybody's life. So I sit here and I distance myself from the intricacy at which I had planned to film this video, and I return to the basics. I think the message is really very simple. Your environment, your experience, your reality mirrors you in all areas of life. You will be confronted with all that you are and all you ever were. The only way that you can really trap yourself in this life is if you believe that your identity is stagnant. No matter in what stage of awakenedness we are, we can meet each other in compassion and celebration that we're actively choosing to trust and not judge one another for not yet knowing or not yet having discovered all there is to know. This probably goes without saying, but I'm a person formed by the books I've read and the people I've met and the things I've seen, and I'm formed by my senses. If I were to have read different books and met different people and seen different things, I'd sit here with a different view maybe, but to experience life rooted in an experimental way, and I say experimental because it can really be a testing out of techniques and opportunities to get to know yourself in every interaction and situation that you're in. What happens when you become aware that everything you experience is intertwined and all you experience is an invitation to look within? I did a Joe Dispenza meditation yesterday that I can link below, where he said, for whatever you broadcast into the field is your experiment with destiny. As within, so without is the basic law of existence. Adjusting your inner reality, and actually even the knowledge that you're able to adjust your inner reality by taking control of your thoughts and therefore all you experience, and truthfully being in a constant light-filled inner state of affirmation and softness, your understanding and your perception will shift your surrounding and experiences. And I think that this is also why I'm so prone to resetting my body and my space and my mind. Because at any point in time, I'm able to reinvent myself and create a more fulfilling life for myself. And maybe that's just my Capricorn tendencies, but this goes hand in hand with the principle that the deeper you trust and choose the sense of tranquility, the easier and simpler to navigate life will unfold. And even though I internalize that power to create, I'm also really trusting in my relationship to spirit that I've truthfully built over time, because I get shy talking about it, but the unexplainable visions that I've had and the things that move through me and the energy that I feel when I seek connection have led me to believe in a greater presence. And I read this book once, I don't remember which one it was, but it said something along the lines of, become aware that you are an awareness in the presence of a greater awareness. And that's also what I love about spirituality. There is no rule book. You really just believe what you experience, and you can play with that. You can play with how far you can take it by actually opening yourself up to miracles and even interdimensional connections, opening yourself up to receive, while simultaneously surrendering over and over again. And even if you don't believe that you're being guided, if in your opinion there is no reason behind the things that happen, you can still choose what you do with the things that happen, you know? If anything, I think let go of judgment that you've placed upon yourself, because once you find acceptance with who you are, there can be communication between you and the universe. Life seems to unfold in chapters where I have an overview of how everything within me and all around me is constantly changing, yet always in correlation to one another. And when I take risks and I do things that make me uncomfortable because I know it's what I'm supposed to be doing, and I choose to move beyond that fear of mine, synchronicities and like this beautiful symbolism happens all around me when I take risks and I move beyond my fear, and find myself in special conversations or spaces of opportunity or spaces and interactions of alignment. A feather falls from the sky in front of me, and I never really knew that symbolism and synchronicities would play such a big and apparent role in my life. But now, truthfully, nothing gives me that great of a sense of safety, you know? So even if I feel anxious and I move beyond that anxiety and, you know, I'm in a fragile space, seeing communication happen between me and my surroundings, having, you know, symbolic things like that feather falling from the sky, immediately transmutes all my anxiety and releases the sense of alignment throughout me. The more you open yourself and your beliefs up, the more sensitive you become to those energetic shifts and happenings, and you find trust and confirmation to your life's choices all around you. If you think that you are not a disciplined person, you're just believing and feeding into that. Why do you tell yourself that you're not disciplined? Is it because you find comfort in that laziness? How do you feel when stepping out of your comfort zone and, you know, do the things that you taught yourself to be impossible? My discipline has become such a big source of where I pull my confidence from, and also my freedom. I really think that freedom is rooted in discipline. Or maybe I'm just a Capricorn. But I can play with it, I can challenge myself, and I can push myself to my limits and see where it brings me. And I step out of my comfort zone, I do the things that make me feel anxious, and I am empowered. Great things have happened to me because I know I'm greater than my fears, and I've learned to regulate my deep sensitivity through breath work. And I think that the universe really rewards that bravery, at least in my experience, and it also just comes from your heart. I pour love into everything around me. My heart beams with love wherever I go. And I'm not just saying that, I feel that, you know? And I allow it to move through me. I allow my heart to lead me, to lead the way in my life. And I will take on pain because no matter what, I've learned to remain anchored in this inner state of acceptance and transmutation. And there's this tendency to believe that sensitivity and empathy are signs of weakness, when in reality I think that it takes a whole lot of strength to have your heart ripped open. Grow a plant from seed. Lychee has been my favorite plant to grow. She's not with us anymore, but I should grow a lychee tree, and you can too. We can do it together if you want. I'll buy a lychee and I'll grow a tree, and you can do that too. And that's just between us. so different. Today I really got so much clarity on how I really want to do this whole YouTube thing. I just want to really utilize YouTube more because I feel like it's really my platform to be creative on and talk on, and I just really enjoy it, so I really want to use it more. I think it's best if I don't really have anything planned. I don't want to overdo the planning because I feel like then the authenticity is kind of neglected. And I was just thinking about how I used to struggle a lot with manifestation. I feel like that's such a big part of this video. I just thought I'd talk about it a little bit because I think the true secret to the law of attraction really has nothing to do with learning a new skill, learning how to manifest. That's just not something that's necessary to bring in the things that you really want for yourself. Of course, there are methods of visualization that have helped me create such a strong vision of myself, and I really live by those visions. The visions I've had in deeper meditations really built me as a person and really just changed my life so much, and that is a huge part of it. But you are always and consistently attracting. There is never a time where you're not attracting. And so, it's your unique vibration. Nobody else has that vibration that you have because it's the result of your entire existence and all your experiences. And so what you really need to be practicing is really letting go of limiting beliefs that you or others have placed upon yourself, so that you can allow the things that are meant for you to come through. And what I've really been practicing lately is the types of questions that I ask myself. I try to be really honest with myself, and so for this video I really just want to invite you to question yourself. Do you have doubts about achieving your dreams, and why? And define your beliefs. Starting from zero and building an aligned, honest foundation for myself has given me such a sense of relief, I can't even tell you. And then you can move on to deeply restructuring your perspective instead of having this whole back and forth thing. It's just honestly about getting to know yourself and then creating a space to unfold. Manifestation does not mean ignoring the bad and focusing on the good. Of course, you can have a positive mindset, but that does not mean that you cannot feel into negativity, which is something, a concept on its own, because what is duality really, But manifestation is beyond duality, and it's pure honesty, true frequency, and it's all coming from your subconscious alignment. So denial is really not a part of that, and I think that allowing yourself to feel into your heart and what's buried deep sends a message of self-respect and wanting a better life for yourself, moving through pain, and being able to receive even deeper love through that. And I think that when exploring your pain consciously, rooted in self-love, rooted in that need to get to know yourself, transmute that pain, make it a little lighter. And this doesn't have to happen overnight, but it can be something that you can work on. It's not pain the way that you know it. It's a deeper sense of, this relief of finally facing it, finally being okay with it, accepting it. And you will leave feeling so much lighter, I promise you. And I think being there for your shadows does not eliminate simultaneously being able to create a vision of a higher self. They can coexist. And manifesting does not mean believe in what you're desiring, but believing in yourself and your ability to create. And it's really about returning to divinity. And if you really think about it, your desired reality is a state rather than an outcome. And it's something that you build over time. So it's really all about how deeply you trust in creating a fulfilled life for yourself and stepping into that potential that you already have within and that is already existing, because it's a version of yourself that you just need to tap into. Also, how amazing are baggy pants? I almost feel like you don't even really know me anymore. I don't feel like I know myself anymore. Well, I actually know myself more than ever, but I also, so much is out in the open. Like, I feel like I'm standing right in front of so much change. And so I'm kind of getting to know myself in a new light. And it's really beautiful for me to be really present in that. I feel like every social media platform is just like my diary. I don't necessarily need it to be more than that. The true satisfaction that I get from Instagram is really like talking to you, and like I really just post pictures that really reflect me as a person and my kind of eye for things. And yeah, just thank you for those of you who kind of show interest in that, and thank you for watching this video. I'm really happy to be here.
Good.
Siapa yang giliran nih?
Tidak. Kalau bilai tentu sepi. Para dengan lalu naik. Engkau agama kamunya bang. Kalau bilai apa baik bibi serengana. Engkau agama kamu ya bang. Smile dah. Tentu sepi. Tentu sepi. Oh yeah. Para dengan lalu naik. Singing together. La 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 la. La 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 la. Bangun pagi sinar mentari, hangat di hati. Seiring Bob Marley.